Have you ever wondered what you're truly capable of? When faced with the absolute edge of survival, where every breath is a victory and every decision could be your last, what would you do? Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible true survival stories ever told. This isn't just about endurance. It's about the unyielding power of the human spirit. This is the story of Yossi Ghinsberg, an Israeli adventurer whose dream trek into the Bolivian Amazon turned into a waking nightmare. In 1981, a young and thrill-seeking Yossi, along with two new friends, Kevin Gale and Marcus Stam, placed their trust in a mysterious guide named Carl Ruprechter. Carl promised them an unforgettable journey to a hidden indigenous village deep in the heart of the jungle. The allure of the unknown was irresistible. Initially, the expedition was everything they had hoped for. The lush, vibrant rainforest was a paradise teeming with life. They marveled at the exotic wildlife and felt the intoxicating freedom of being far from civilization. But soon, their supplies began to dwindle, and the group's morale started to fray. Marcus, who was not as physically prepared, was struggling, and tensions grew. It became clear that Carl's promises were unraveling. He seemed lost, and his story kept changing. Doubt crept in, replacing the initial excitement with a gnawing sense of dread. The group was at a breaking point. They decided to abandon the original plan and head back. They built a raft to navigate the Tuichi River, hoping for a faster and easier journey downstream. This decision would prove to be catastrophic. The river, calm at first, soon transformed into a furious torrent. The raft was torn apart by the rapids, and in the chaos, Yossi and Kevin were separated from Marcus and Carl. This was the last time anyone would ever see Marcus and Carl. Their fate remains one of the jungle's many unsolved mysteries. Kevin, a strong swimmer, managed to make it to shore, and after days of trekking, was eventually rescued by local fishermen. But Yossi was not so fortunate. He was swept away by the current, alone, deep in an uncharted part of the Amazon. For the next 3 weeks, Yossi Ghinsberg endured an ordeal that would break most people. Without a knife, without food, and without a map, he had only his wits to rely on. His first few days were a blur of shock and desperation. He was relentlessly attacked by fire ants, his body covered in painful bites. Starvation became his constant companion. He ate whatever he could find: wild fruits, snails, and even raw bird eggs he managed to snatch from nests. One of the most harrowing moments came when a jaguar stalked him in the dead of night. Frozen with terror, Yossi managed to scare it away with a makeshift flamethrower he fashioned from mosquito repellent and a lighter. He faced flash floods that nearly swept him away, and a terrifying moment when he sank into a bog, almost succumbing to the suffocating mud. His body was failing. His feet were raw and infected, the flesh literally rotting away. He was plagued by hallucinations, at one point spending hours interacting with a woman who wasn't there, a figment of his desperate, lonely mind. He later realized this hallucination might have been a subconscious survival mechanism, a way for his brain to give him the companionship he so desperately needed to keep going. He was on the brink of death, giving up hope. He lay down on the riverbank, ready to let nature take its course. And then he heard the sound, a faint, distant buzzing. At first, he dismissed it as another hallucination, another cruel trick of his exhausted mind. But the sound grew louder. It was the unmistakable drone of an engine. With the last ounce of strength he possessed, Yossi crawled towards the sound. It was Kevin. Against all odds, Kevin hadn't given up on his friend. After being rescued, he had pleaded with the local authorities to launch a search. When they refused, he took matters into his own hands. He convinced a local boatman to take him back up the treacherous river, searching for any sign of Yossi. For days, he scoured the riverbanks, calling out his friend's name. The moment of their reunion is almost too incredible to believe. Kevin found Yossi, emaciated and near death, just as he was about to give up. Yossi had lost a significant amount of weight and was severely ill, but he was alive. He had survived 3 weeks completely alone in the world's most unforgiving jungle. Yossi spent the next 3 months recovering in a hospital. His story of survival is not just a tale of physical endurance, but a profound testament to the power of hope and the will to live. He learned that even in the darkest moments, when all seems lost, there is a reserve of strength within us that we never knew existed. He often says that his biggest struggle wasn't against the jaguars or the starvation, but against the despair in his own mind. Yossi Ghinsberg's story has since inspired millions. He went on to become a motivational speaker, sharing his incredible journey and the lessons he learned about resilience, hope, and the human connection. His experience was even turned into the book Jungle, and later, a major motion picture starring Daniel Radcliffe. So, what can we take away from this? It's a powerful reminder that our limits are often far beyond what we imagine. It shows us the importance of friendship, of not giving up on each other. And most importantly, it teaches us that as long as there is breath in our lungs, there is hope. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey today. If you found this story as inspiring as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing true stories. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let me know in the comments what you think you would have done in Yossi's situation. Until next time, stay curious and stay strong.